I'm back with another insightful video, and today I'll be going over my income report for the last month, September, diving into the various income streams, expenses, and the net profit. Additionally, I'll be sharing a fantastic tool, the Profit Tracker for KDP, which has been a game changer in managing my finances. And I'll touch on some general tips on bookkeeping and tax handling for self-publishers. Lastly, I'll share some actionable tips on how to potentially grow your self-publishing business. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it. Hello home bosses, my name is Nuri Yacobi from thehomeboss.com. Welcome to my channel, which is all about helping you to make money online with self-publishing. So in today's video, I want to share my income report for the last month, and that's among other things. And I also wanted to make it really clear that the purpose of sharing this isn't to show off, but to show you what's achievable with determination and smart strategies in the self-publishing realm. We all have to start somewhere, and by sharing our journeys, we can learn and grow together. And I truly hope this peek into my financials serves as a source of inspiration and learning for all of you. And I'm super keen to hear about your own experiences and tips, so be sure to share them in the comments below. And I know not everybody enjoys income reports, but when I used to watch them, I found them encouraging in a way because it showed me what I can achieve with perseverance and learning. And I think that any income report also has an educational value because they highlight the lessons that I've learned and strategies that have worked for me. And it's always good to know what works for other people. So I hope that this encourages you as well. I know that everybody's journey is different, and I've been doing this for 3 years now, so of course my journey is different to somebody who's just starting, but hopefully this goes in some way to helping you achieve the goals that you are setting yourself. So without any further ado, let's dive into the income report first, and this is, as I said, for September 2023. And as you can see, in September, I sold 2,159 books, and my best day was the 26th of September, where I sold 108 books in total, and this translates to total book royalties of $5,959, so nearly $6,000 for this month. And of course we have to take into account any expenses, like for example the cost of advertising or the cost of any tools that I use. So tools that I use come up to less than $100 per month, and I use things like Canva to create my books, and I also use Creative Fabrica and similar sites where I get my images and illustrations from. But like I said, most of that doesn't even add up to $100 a month. But the cost of advertising does add up a little bit more, and I'll just quickly show you what that is. So these are my total book royalties, and if we then take away the spending, which is $1,504.72, then that leaves me with a total net amount of $4,454.32, and those are my net royalties for the month of September. So I know you're going to ask me, how many books do I have? And at the moment I have about 700 books on Amazon. I really don't think that the number of books is important because you can make these kind of royalties with less books, and for some people it will take more books. It really depends on the type of books that you have, if they're good quality books. And also I sometimes delete a lot of my books. Like for example, at the moment I'm deleting a lot of dated planners that are out of date. So I don't really want them to be on my bookshelf anymore, and I'm deleting those. And also I'm deleting any books that I think are not great quality. Like for example, in the beginning I used to make books where my titles and subtitles are not really the best they could be, so I'm deleting those kind of books as well. And I'm also creating new books all the time, so the number of books varies from month to month. I don't think that the number of books has any relation to the amount of royalties that you can earn. I believe that quality is more important than quantity, but of course quantity is also important because the more books you make, the better you become at making books. So it's all about learning and creating better books all the time. For me, one of the strategies that has helped a lot, and I say that quite often, is to create A+ content for your books. I think that without A+ content, you're really losing out on potential sales. A+ content is a way to showcase your books. It makes your book stand out from your competitors, and it just makes your whole sales page look more professional. So for me, it's really important to create A+ content, and I have made a whole playlist of videos regarding A+ content, how to create it, why you should create it. So if you want to have a look at that, I will link to that after this video. And other than that, the other thing that really helps is promotion. Marketing your books is really important. Creating your books is only part of the story. You really do need to market. I think the days where books were selling without any marketing, I think those days are over, and it has become much more difficult to sell books without some kind of marketing. Marketing can be done either for free if you market your books on social media or through an email list, and the other way you can market your books is through paid advertising, and the best place to do that is on Amazon KDP itself. And those are the strategies that are working well for me. As you can see, I do spend a lot on ads, and I'm still working on making my ads better, which means that I want to spend less on ads and still have the same amount of sales. I'm still learning because I think all of this is a whole learning experience. I don't think we ever finish learning when it comes to Amazon KDP, because Amazon KDP keeps updating their rules, they keep changing their algorithm. So it's a constant trial and error thing that is going on. So you do have to keep updated on changes that Amazon can make. I try as much as possible to keep you all updated on this channel. So now I think is a good time for me to mention, please subscribe, because I often tell you about news on Amazon KDP and about the changes that happen, so that you can stay informed and keep your account safe. As long as we follow all the rules and we take advantage of all the ways that you can promote your books, that's a good way to maintain your business. And of course, we want to also improve our business and grow our business. And I find that the best way to do that is to keep making good quality books and to promote and market your books, which means advertising. But what are the other things that you can do to grow your self-publishing business, to achieve a better income? The number one thing that I would suggest is to create quality content. So ensure that your content is well written, that it's engaging, and that it's valuable to your buyers. And also, if you're not very good at editing and designing your books or designing your covers, then it's also a good idea to invest in a professional editor or in a cover designer so that you can produce the best books. I do everything myself at the moment and it works well for me, but if you're struggling with that side, you can always outsource it and you can try places like Fiverr or Upwork. And another important point is to do your market research. It's really important that you understand your target audience and the market demand for your books. So make sure that you really research your niches. And again, I've got lots of videos on research on my channel. And like I said before, effective marketing and promotion is important. So you can employ a mix of marketing strategies, including social media marketing, email marketing, and paid advertising. So email marketing is a thing that we neglect quite often, and I've noticed that since I created some brands for my books and I've created email lists for my books, that helps in creating more sales as well, because you can let people know whenever you publish a new book. And usually that drives a few more sales as well. Another thing that I recommend is that you connect with other people doing what you're doing. Like, for example, my Facebook group is a good place to connect with others, but there's lots of other groups online as well, on Facebook, on Twitter, on all the social networks. And it's a good idea to connect with people that are doing the same as yourself so that you can learn from each other. And you're very welcome to join my Facebook group, the Home Boss Group. So that's a good place to connect with other people doing the same thing. And the other thing to consider is diversifying your income streams by exploring other writing opportunities. So if you're creating low content books, maybe try medium content books, or even try novels or non-fiction. There are a lot of types of books that you could create. Once you have mastered one type of book, then it's a good idea to always try other things. Or even keeping it more simple, if you're creating books in a particular niche, if you're creating a lot of planners, for example, maybe try some journals or try something completely different. So explore as many niches and as many book types as possible to diversify and to give your customers a good choice of books. And another question I often get is, how do I deal with my taxes? How do you deal with the income that you get from Amazon KDP when it comes to taxes? And I always say that this really depends on the country you're living in, because different countries have different tax laws. I'm in the UK and I can only tell you what my procedure is. I make sure that I keep really organized and up-to-date records of all of my income and expenses. And here in the UK, you can register as self-employed, and that way you can then submit a tax return every year. That's what I do. But I was already self-employed when I started KDP because I was running a different business, and it wasn't a big change for me. But some of you might be working in a full-time job or have another part-time job. And then what do you do with the earnings you're getting from Amazon KDP? So it's very difficult to advise you of anything because of the different tax laws in different countries. But I can give you some general tips that might help you. And I already mentioned the number one thing is record keeping. So maintain accurate and organized records of all income and expenses. And what I do in my KDP business, I've got a really good tool that I highly recommend to fellow self-published authors, and that is the Profit Tracker for KDP. And I'm a little bit biased here because this is a spreadsheet that my daughter made for me because she's very good at creating spreadsheets, and I'm really not that good at spreadsheets, but she created this KDP tracker for me, which is a really comprehensive and user-friendly spreadsheet designed specifically for tracking profits and understanding finances on Amazon KDP. And I liked it so much, I said to her, why don't you sell it on Etsy or just sell it on your own website? Because I think it's helped me such a lot in my business. And she has put it on her own website. It's normally £33 sterling, but it's currently on sale for £9.99. And that makes it an affordable investment in your business. The tool is adaptable. It allows you to monitor multiple books and any other income sources. So I can really recommend it. It's helped me a great deal with my record keeping. It really keeps track. I tend to update it once a month so that I've got a good overview of my monthly expenses. And you can use other reporting tools like the Amazon KDP reporting tool, or what I use is KDP Champ, which is an excellent reporting tool in my opinion, and they can give you a good overview of your finances. But I wanted something a little bit more personalized, and that's why I got my daughter to make this tool for me. So I would say check it out and have a look and see what you think. I leave a link below this video. It's not an affiliate link, but of course I love to promote things that my daughter has created because I know how good it is, and I use it myself. So that's why I thought I'll let you know what I use for my record keeping. Other than that, I would say understand your tax laws. So make sure that you understand the basic tax laws that apply to self-publishing in your country. And if you're not sure about that, you can probably look it up online. I'm sure every country has an official tax website. In the UK, it's the HMRC website. And if you're not sure, consider consulting with a tax professional or an accountant who is familiar with the laws pertaining to self-publishing. I have a really good accountant here in the UK that deals with content creators, and I let them handle everything. So that saves me a lot of time, but I also know that I'm doing things correctly that way. And the other advice, big advice that I can give you is to always set aside a portion of your earnings for your tax purposes. Because the more you start earning from your employment, the bigger your tax bill will be. And for us here in the UK, we pay our taxes twice a year, once in January, and then there's another one in July that is a sort of advance payment for the following tax year. And that can add up pretty quickly. If you're just starting in KDP and you're not quite earning a lot of money just yet, then I would wait until you reach maybe your earnings threshold. And again, that could be a different amount for different countries. And also it depends on whether you've got a full-time job or part-time job beside your KDP business as well. So it really makes sense to get advice on this and to always save some of your earnings for your taxes, because if you get hit with a big tax bill, that could really cause problems. I would say keep quite a big chunk of your earnings for your tax bill so that you always have a cushion in case of emergencies or in case of tax bills. That's my advice. And tax laws can change, so it's also very important to stay updated, or like I said before, have a professional who can guide you through any changes. So basically the three main tips that I can give you is to keep really accurate records, keep organized, track all your income and expenses, and like I said, you can use tools like the Profit Tracker for KDP. The second one would be to get professional advice if you are unsure. And the third one is to set aside a part of your earnings for your taxes. So those are my three main tips that I can offer you. So I just wanted to keep you up to date with my income reports and what I think helps me maintain a good income, and tips for increasing your KDP business as well, and a little bit of advice about taxes. So let me know if you found this helpful. Let me know if you've got any questions. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and comment and let me know what other videos you would like to see and if there's anything else I can help you with. And if you've got any questions to do with self-publishing or KDP, join my Facebook group, the Home Boss group, because I'm always there to answer questions and we all help each other in the group. Sometimes I don't get to see every question on YouTube, so if you have an urgent question, that is the best place to ask. And I will leave a link after this video to my A+ content playlist where you can learn all about A+ content, and hopefully that will help you increase your sales. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.